We're about to embark on a unique adventure over the next 7 days as we traverse the US on 3 iconic sleeper trains.
Let's go.
Our journey will take us from the vibrant New Orleans to the bustling New York, then to the heart of America, Chicago, and finally to the picturesque Seattle. Prepare for an epic 102-hour journey on board Amtrak's Crescent, Cardinal, and Empire Builder trains, covering a staggering 4,729 miles.
Here.
During this time, we'll delve into every aspect of the journey, from the comfort of the rooms and sleeping arrangements to the quality of the food and amenities. Our adventure begins with the first leg of our trip when we board the Crescent in New Orleans. We'll traverse 10 states, immersing ourselves in the diverse landscapes before reaching New York, where we'll spend the night. Our trip begins here at Union Passenger Terminal. People who book a roomette or a bedroom have access to the Amtrak Lounge. We've visited 2 Amtrak lounges before, one in Chicago and one in New York. This one is quite small, quite picturesque. The snacks are very limited. I made the mistake of not drinking coffee back at the hotel, and hopefully I would find some here, but no luck.
Since there's no coffee in the lounge, we're going to find some coffee in the station. We're about to board the train and we're very excited. The first time we did this kind of trip was in January, about 3 months ago. And the experience was magical. We couldn't wait to do this once more, and this is the beginning of our trip, so let's go. Chu, this is the room. Oh my. Before the train starts to move, let's give you a quick tour of our roomette. First thing is, our first impressions is that the size of the cabin is pretty much the same as the previous ones, but as usual, Amtrak does an excellent job in distributing the spaces, and there's a lot of storage room inside, so we love that. We also love the color. It's burgundy with touches of wood. And we are so pleased that we don't have a toilet inside the room, because that was kind of weird and we were a little bit worried. We don't have a toilet. We do have a sink, and look, the seats are comfortable. The table is not as heavy as the previous ones. It doesn't have the chessboard, but it's bigger, so it's more comfortable. When we took the Capital Limited, we had very little storage space. In this train, we have a lot. Here, here, and here. Here. Our train just started moving, so let our adventure begin. Oh, sorry, DW, our car attendant, just brought us our breakfast menu. We didn't know we had breakfast included in this train, so we already had breakfast in the hotel. We're ordering something light.
I want to show you something. Our Uber driver yesterday mentioned that in New Orleans, the graves are above ground like you see here, and that's because of flooding. They don't bury the dead underground, but they do like these small crypts, and that's how all the cemeteries are here, and they're like a huge tourist attraction. They do ghost tours and stuff, which I find interesting. And breakfast is here. We ordered Greek yogurt, a blueberry muffin, and 2 coffees with milk. And this is our view for breakfast.
Ari fell asleep. He's a little bit tired. We had to walk a long way from the hotel to the Amtrak station, and our backpacks were super heavy. So I'm a little tired too, but I'm going to get a coffee because I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to miss any of the landscapes.
Lunch is here. We prefer eating in the dining car, but unfortunately, this seems to be the only Amtrak train without a dining car, as per one of the Amtrak employees here in the train. And for us, that's a huge turnoff because you're basically stuck in your room for 30 hours. As when you have the dining car, at least you get up, you get out of your room 2-3 times a day. They supposedly removed the dining car from this train, the Crescent, after COVID and have not brought it back. And please, Amtrak, do something about it, because at least let us know before we book it that there's no dining car.
Yeah, and Ari is very excited to eat his dish, which is kofta kebab, and he's probably getting the Guinness record.
What Johnson is referring to is we've been in 2 Amtrak trains before this, right? This is our 3rd, so we're basically newbies. But the flexible menu for lunch and dinner only has one vegetarian option, which is the kofta kebab. This is, I believe, my 5th kofta kebab in an Amtrak train. I mean, it's good, but when you have to eat lunch and dinner the same thing, it's not as good. So if Guinness is tracking the person who has had more kofta kebabs on board a train, I think I have it. To be honest, the kofta kebab was very good, and I would have ordered it out of the menu. I'm just not looking forward to eating kofta kebab again tonight, and on the train tomorrow, and tomorrow again. And this butter cake is absolutely delicious, just as good as we remembered.
Oh, this train is really moving. I wish. We've been stuck here for over an hour because of technical issues, and we're still waiting for the train to start again. Luckily, we left one day between each train in case there were any delays, because the last time we did this kind of trip, our second train was delayed for over 4 hours and we were really stressed out. While we're here stuck in Mississippi, let me tell you a little bit about our trip. Our journey began in Orlando, where we visited family. We had an amazing time with our loved ones, and then we took a flight to New Orleans, where we boarded this train to New York City. After arriving to New York City, we'll take the Cardinal Sleeper train, which will take us to Chicago. And then we will board the Empire Builder to Seattle, which is the one we're most excited about because it's supposed to be breathtaking, and the food is traditional dining, so it's supposed to be delicious. Are we moving yet?
We're moving! And we stopped again. We're moving again? We stopped here in Birmingham, Alabama for a quick smoke stop. It's usually a longer stop, but we're already behind, so they told us we would be about 10-15 minutes at this stop, and we got off the train to stretch a little because it's a long ride. We're getting back on the train. Let's go. I think that means hurry up. We're gonna go on the train through the coach cars to show you all the cars. There's no dining car or sightseer car, so there's nothing much to see.
I'm behind you.
This is the cafe car.
Excuse me. Thank you.
But your food might be here.
I think we locked ourselves out.
You locked yourself out here?
Yeah.
What?
These are
Oh, these are the bedrooms.
the bedrooms, which are
Oh.
bigger.
Let's
Just a
sneak
quick
in.
sneak peek.
Yeah. Oh my.
These are mansions.
Yes. Well, after seeing ours,
And as you
These-
can see,
these are
these have the
huge.
blue seats,
yeah, they
as
do.
in the other trains we've been before.
Hmm.
But to be honest, I prefer the burgundy ones.
Yeah, I like them better too. Sorry.
I,
Thank you. Watch out! Oh my god. I'm staying here until it stops. We're here and we locked ourselves out.
we just found out that if you shut the door too hard, it locks itself.
Sir, is that your card? Is it? DW just opened the door and he brought us dinners and we're very excited. Let's see what we got. Bread, sodas, Tanqueray, and beef burgundy for me. I'm so excited. This looks yummy.
And for me, a vegan burger, which is not on the menu, but I had it on one of the past trains we rode on, and I asked for it this time because I'm not too keen about the kofta kebab for dinner again. So it doesn't look like mush, but it's actually pretty good. My burger was supposed to come with chips, a bag of chips, but he forgot, and John was kind enough to go to the cafe car to get some for me. DW was coming at 10 p.m. to make the bets, but it's now 9:15 and we're honestly beat, so we decided to go ahead and make them ourselves. They make it look a lot easier than it actually is. I struggled a bit, to be honest. I picked the top bunk. It's the first time I've slept on this top bed. It seems a lot smaller from here than it seemed from below. It's roomy height-wise, but it's quite narrow at the feet. I think I'm not going to sleep very well, but I'm up for the experience, being the first time I'm going to be in the top bed, and I'll have the window up here, so fingers crossed I'll sleep okay, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Buenos dias from North Carolina. I didn't sleep that good. John, how did you sleep?
I slept great.
Yes, the top bunk is not a good option for sleeping. Basically, if you're a side sleeper, you're gonna be rolling over and tumbling over and feeling like you're gonna fall down, and you're gonna wake up a lot. At least that's my case. Unless you're lying flat on your back, you're not going to be sleeping. The bottom bed is the prize. So over the next few days on the next trains, we're gonna play for the bottom bed. I'm not gonna give it up that easy, because the bottom bed, you sleep great. I remember trying it on the last trains and I slept great, and John slept great today, so that's the common denominator. We're gonna keep enjoying our coffee for now, and see you in a bit.
So it turns out we could have eaten at the cafe car after all. We just didn't know that, and we have been having all our meals in our car. Now we're going to the cafe car to have breakfast and enjoy the views.
Oatmeal for me, and 3-egg omelette for Johnson. Blueberry muffin and Greek yogurt as well.
we arrived at Washington, D.C. We're gonna be here for about 30 minutes while they clean some of the roommates and the toilets, thank God. So in the meantime, we're going to be exploring the station.
Hours later, we finally reached our final stop, New York City. Now click here to see the second leg of our trip from New York to Chicago aboard the Cardinal Sleeper train.